Today we're going to hear about the three visitors who met with Abraham. One day, Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent, and three men showed up nearby. When Abraham saw them, he hurried to meet them and begged them to stay for a while, to wash, to rest, and to eat before continuing on their way. The men agreed. So Abraham ran into his tent and had his wife Sarah bake some fine bread. Then he went out to his herd and selected a fine calf to be butchered and prepared for the men to eat. And while they ate, Abraham stood under a nearby tree. One of the men told Abraham that when he returns to see him next year, Sarah will have a son. Now both Abraham and Sarah were very old. Sarah thought the idea of her getting pregnant and having a son was very silly, so she laughed to herself. But knowing this, the man asked Abraham why Sarah had laughed, and it suddenly became very clear that this man was God Himself, and that the other two men were angels. Well, realizing this, Sarah became afraid. So she lied and said she did not laugh. But the man who was God told her that she did laugh. When the men got up to leave, they looked down towards the city of Sodom. And God told Abraham that he had heard an outcry from Sodom about how sinful that city was, and that he intended to go and see for himself. And with that, the two angels left to go to Sodom. But God remained with Abraham for a little while longer. And that's the story of the three visitors, God and two angels, who met with Abraham.